What's going on, TW fans? Thanks for tuning in to another week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. Starting to wrap up all that ICAST stuff, but we still got some stuff trickling in, some cool new stuff to help you do well on the water. I know it's the dog days of summer, but there's still fish to be caught. A lot of pleasure boaters out there, but hopefully you can find yourself a nice quiet cove, catch a bass or two. All right, we're gonna jump right in with a new rod series to us. We got the new Odie Hammer Full Send series. So these were actually designed by MLF Toyota Series champion Kyle Hall. Really killer sticks, nice, well-balanced, pretty lightweight, super sensitive and durable. These things are cool. So they're built with a nice composite blank on here. So again, you're gonna get that lightweight, that sensitivity, topped with kind of a unique, the recoil guide system. So these guides in the middle here, in this midsection, they actually don't have any inserts. So any of you guys that are punching out inserts with a line-to-line knot, you know, just it happens sometimes. That won't happen with these. Nice and lightweight, super, super durable, just really comfortable. Like I said, well balanced. This thing is gonna do a lot for you here. Bunch of different technique-specific rods, so make sure you head over to Tackle Warehouse to check out the full lineup, casting and spinning as well. So cool, and even has right on the blank here, you know, on this one I'm holding the chatterbait spinnerbait rod, so you know, whether you're a beginning angler, kind of dipping your toes into that technique-specific stuff, or that touring professional, these rods are gonna get it done for you. Technique-specific, right on the blank, no questions, and they even come with their own full send rod cover here. So just really covers kind of all the bases on that one. All right, now let's jump into some tackle. We got a new one or a new series from Megabass. It's a full line of finesse BFS stuff from Megabass. So if you recognize this one, that's because it's formed off of the wildly popular Pop X. So this is the Megabass Baby Pop X BFS popper. So again, that first Pop X came on to, or at least the US market in the mid-90s, and it has been crushing big fish ever since. Great action, cool design elements, all made by Yuki Ito. Well, these things are gonna be, those same design elements are gonna be in this little BFS popper. So with the right rod, you're gonna be able to get really long casts out of this one because it is tail weighted, but you're still gonna get that cool, you know, walk the dog action on this thing. With the right rod, you can almost get this thing to walk in place. Has that oversized cup design up front, so it's gonna throw, spit a bunch of water, leave a nice bubble trail, really call those fish in. Nice sticky, sharp treble hooks, so you know, pressured waters, ultra clear water, that's where that's really gonna shine. We're gonna kind of see that theme throughout this episode here. So let's take a look at a few more BFS stuff. So again, another one that is gonna look familiar to a lot of you guys out here. So this is the Griffin. This is the SRX, and we also have the MRX BFS crankbaits. So modeled after that proven Griffin series crankbaits. So we got two sizes, as I mentioned there, the SRX, which is gonna be great for those shallow water ones, and then the MRX if you wanna come off the bank a little bit. Now the Griffin is known for its ability to really bounce and deflect, to have that kind of pinball action off of, you know, chunk rock, riprap, boulders, anything like that, and it really comes back, it responds, recovers super, super well. So you get that aggressive dynamic deflection, but this thing will come right back and recover almost instantaneously, start track and chew again with that awesome hunting action. Killer design elements in this one. I mean, the looks on it are phenomenal. Body shape on it is kind of unique. Again, sticky, sharp treble hooks. Perfect little BFS crankbait. So like I mentioned, you know, again, pressured waters, which it seems like darn near every water is pressured these days. Ultra clear fisheries where you got those like gin clear reservoirs, anything like that. That's where those BFS cranks are gonna shine, and the top water as well. So make sure you check out the full lineup on tacklewarehouse.com. All right, let's stick with the finesse theme, but let's go to soft plastics. We got one from OSP. We got the OSP Spin Nuts 50. I'm excited about this one. If you guys have used any of those kind of soft stick bait style, you know, like the Cover Scat and a bunch of the other ones that have come on the market recently, they're really, really fun to fish. I've been targeting a lot of largemouth with them. Find them pretty effective. You can fish them on the bottom. You can fish them pretty darn deep. Well, this one I think is gonna kind of shine. We have a lake around here with smaller spotted bass, and I think they're really gonna tear this thing up. So this one is similar to those soft stick baits. You absolutely can fish it on the bottom, but where this one kind of differentiates itself is you can fish it through the entire water column. So just below the surface, mid-water column, you're gonna wanna rig this thing on a 1/0, just EWG hook, and as you kind of work it like maybe a soft jerkbait or a topwater bait, it's gonna give it almost a walk the dog action underwater and even through that mid-water column. It's pretty wild to watch and see some of that underwater footage on there. So you're just getting a whole new element to this soft stick style bait. Again, you can fish it on the bottom, but this one can be fished anywhere throughout there. So there's kind of another tool to bring with you out in the water there. Again, a nice finesse size. This is the 50. So as we kind of work throughout the year, we're gonna see some more sizes hit the market, a couple of larger sizes as well. So you can start, you know, really expanding, target some of those bigger largemouth. Not that they won't gobble that thing up as well, but it's just gonna be cool when we get that full size range. All right, so we got some new terminal stuff, this time from Queen. We got the Queen Tackle Tungsten LS Underspin. So this one is actually geared to be used with, forward facing, those live sonar units, made with a tungsten construction, super, super dense. It's meant to show up a little bit brighter and farther on those forward facing units. So you can cast this thing way out, maybe target some of those finicky fish, some of those spookier fish. You can kind of hold your distance back, but this thing's still going to show up on your sonar units. Another advantage to this one, if you're dealing with some lead restrictive lakes, you can still put that tungsten thing to work in those lakes. Awesome sticky sharp light wire hook, so perfect for pairing with some of your finesse paddle tails or pintail swim baits, whatever trailer you want to throw on the back of this thing. Nice 90-degree bend to it, and then super quality bearing swivel on this one, and a nice little willow leaf to throw a bunch of light. Also have a little wire keeper on there to pin that plastic trailer in place, so just a nice premium underspin that you're going to want to check out. Sticking with Queen Tackle here and sticking with tungsten, we have the Queen Tackle LS Tungsten Hair Jig. I don't know about you guys, I don't really know of any other tungsten hair jigs on the market. There might be one or two, but this one's kind of unique in the fact that you can get away with those lead restricted weights. Again, kind of the design behind that LS live sonar in the name is meant to show up really well on those forward facing units. So this is kind of a cool one that, again, you can absolutely use it on those forward facing units or just anytime. It's a nice, high quality hair jig, hand-tied hair right on there, so you're getting a quality product, nice sturdy, sharp hook, so whatever trailer you want to pin on there or no trailer at all, you're gonna button those fish up. But just kind of a cool, unique option for those hair jigs. Like I said, you don't see too many tungsten hair jigs out there, so that's kind of a neat one. And for new forward-facing sonar guys, definitely one you want to check out. All right, let's go back to some soft plastics here. We got a new one from Bass Assassin. We got the Bass Assassin little P&V FW kind of Ned bait here. Nice little Ned bait. A little bit longer than some of the other ones on the market. It has that kind of aggressive taper. That's going to give you you can see this thing kind of bouncing in my hand right here as I hold it still. So it's going to give you a ton of action as you just let this thing rest on the bottom. That that flow of the water current is going to kind of make this thing wiggle, shimmy, shake. Of course, with every twitch of the rod, it's going to hop around for you. And you can even kind of work this like a soft jerkbait almost, and it'll dart a little bit. So just kind of a cool different profile, a little bit longer, tapered tail design that you do see on some other Ned plastics out there, but just another way to tackle some of those pressured fish. Killer colorways in this one, real subtle ribbing throughout, so kind of a more natural feel, might give you a little micro vibrations to it, and then it terminates in that flat head design here, so it pairs up perfectly with a variety of Ned jig heads out there. So definitely check this one out, add it to your Ned rigging arsenal, go catch you some fish. All right, let's get away from the finesse stuff and let's go the opposite direction. We got a new one from Osprey. We got the Osprey Slow Roller Flat Back Line Through Swim Bait. Cool swim bait design. I like this thing a lot. So it's actually meant to be slow rolled, as the name implies, through the mid water column. I mean, you can see on this thing, the tail darn near bends over in half. So it's really, really soft plastic. So as you're slowly pulling this one through the middle of the water column, that oversized boot tail and soft plastic are gonna work in tandem to just give you a killer kicking motion through that water column. So wintertime, that's gonna be fantastic. Oftentimes those are kind of worked on the bottom as you crawl them really slow along the bottom. Well, this one you'll actually be able to work in that mid water column, but still keeping it super, super slow. Don't overlook this thing throughout the rest of the year as well, though. I mean, with all the detailing through this one, the nice colors, the nice design on it, it's gonna get bites year round. I really like the oversized eyes on this one. Kind of some realism to it there, gives the bass a good striking point. And then that line through design is also awesome for these swim baits. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to get those swim bait fish back to the boat. Well, this is going to remove any of that leverage, so they're not going to be able to use the bait against you and try and throw that hook out of their mouth. That hook will come free when it's with that line through design. Bait's going to slide up and you'll be able to haul that trophy bass back to your boat. A little bit more consistent than with some other styles of baits. So cool one from Osprey. Definitely want to check that one out. All right, we got a couple of new things from Biospawn. First up, I want to talk about the Exo Ned. Another cool little Ned bait. I know we looked at one from Bass Assassin. Well, I got another one for you here from Biospawn. First off, it's loaded with Biospawn scent. I mean, I only mentioned that first because I can't miss it even when I pick this thing up. It's kind of got that black licorice scent to it. Really drives those bass nuts, so pretty cool scent in this one, developed in a lab, really expands your strike zone, gets them to hold on a little bit longer, get more of those fish back to the boat. Well, this Ned design, I like it. It's got that kind of segmented body. One, again, it kind of gives it more of a natural feel, pushes a little bit more water, but also kind of guides you. If you want to customize this thing, maybe trim it down, you have a ton of different segments to choose from to really fit the mood of your fish, kind of match the forage in your lake. And then it terminates in these two little micro appendages here. Again, just a ton of motion in the water with just the water current alone, not even any action imparted by the angler. So you can count on this thing dishing out a ton of action, kind of a do-nothing bait, get you a ton of bites. So when the pressure is on, a lot of boats on the water, gin clear water, I think this one's really gonna shine. Again, great colors on this one, cool action to it, and that awesome Biospawn scent. The other one I wanna talk to you guys about from Biospawn is their Vile Minnow. This is a cool minnow design here. So they actually, they engineered it based off of the profile of a dying bait fish, but then they added in some kind of cool new design elements. So they have kind of these aggressive flat sides on here. So you're gonna be able to work this one, again, like most soft jerk baits, with kind of some erratic darting actions. Maybe set it up with an EWG on your Texas rig and you're gonna get some cool darting motions out of it. I really see it playing also on the back of maybe a vibrating jig or even kind of a larger scrounger head style. This oversized fork tail here, it's gonna really kick and quiver and move a ton on the back of those moving baits, the scroungers and the chatterbaits out there, vibrating jigs. You have the nice kind of split dorsal fin up top here. It's just gonna allow you to hide your hook point a little bit, give you a little bit of a weed presentation, just more of a kind of subtle approach to it. Again, loaded with that signature Biospawn scent and just a cool profile on there, ton of action, built out of the really durable floating plastic that's gonna stand up, same as that Ned bait. Both of these are gonna stand up to a ton of fish. When the bite is on, the fish are schooling, you can really start burning through those bags of plastics. Well, with that specialized durable plastic, that's not gonna happen as much. It's gonna get you a few more bites. All right, last one I wanna talk about. Some line. We can't hit the water without line. We got a new one from Vicious. This is the Platinum Strength Fluorocarbon Leader. So just a really nice premium Japanese fluorocarbon line. Comes in that nice leader size spool. So for you guys that are running braid to leader, this is gonna be the perfect one for you. Nice, it's not gonna break the budget. It's gonna be really affordable. Super abrasion resistant, strong, durable, great knot strength on this one. So definitely one you wanna add anytime you're fishing those clear fisheries. That fluorocarbon really shines through. Low stretch, so again, you're gonna feel a ton more bites, just a little bit extra sensitivity out of it. And then again, it's not gonna break the bank on this one, so definitely one you wanna check out. All right, that's gonna wrap up this week's episode of What's New at Tackle Warehouse. As always, thank you for tuning in, checking out these baits with us, and as always, to learn more about them or to shop for them, make sure to click the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, you wanna see a ton more like it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments below which one of these you're excited to put to use on the water this season and beyond. All right, we'll see y'all next week.